Hey listeners, picture this. You're stuck in traffic. The driver ahead is riding roughshod over everyone's patience. Ever wondered what that actually means?
That's a great hook, Alex. Today we're unpacking a whole toolbox of idioms, from a monkey on your back to putting the pedal to the metal,
We'll explore origins, real-world examples, and even a few surprising twists. By the end, you'll be able to drop these phrases like a pro.
Exactly. We'll break each phrase into 3 layers: literal roots, historical evolution, and modern usage.
And we'll sprinkle in some stories that make the definition stick. Ready to dive in?
Let's get started. First up, riding roughshod over. Riding roughshod over originally comes from horse riding. Roughshod horses had metal shoes that could trample anything in their path. Metaphorically, it means to act with total disregard for others.
So, when a boss rides roughshod over employee concerns, they're basically stomping on them. Got it.
Exactly, Alex. Now, a monkey on your back is a vivid image of a burden you can't shake off, often used for addictions or persistent problems.
I remember a friend who said his debt was a monkey on his back. It really paints the picture of something heavy and clingy.
What most people don't realize is that the phrase dates back to 19th century American slang, where monkey meant a small amount of money, and the back part signified a hidden charge.
That's fascinating. Speaking of speed, let's put the pedal to the metal.
Put the pedal to the metal literally means to press the accelerator hard. It emerged in the 1950s car culture, when drivers would slam the gas pedal, often made of metal, down to go full throttle.
And today, it's used for any situation where you need to act quickly, like cranking out a deadline.
Here's where it gets interesting. On what grounds? This phrase asks for justification. It's a formal way to request the basis for a claim or decision.
So, if my boss says, we're cutting the budget on a whim, I can ask, on what grounds, to demand evidence.
Exactly. And let me get back to you is a polite way to defer a response. It signals you need time to consider or gather information.
I love that, because it buys you a breather without sounding dismissive.
Now, itching for describes a strong desire, like a skin irritation you can't ignore. It dates to the early 1800s, when itch was used figuratively for longing.
I'm definitely itching for a slice of pizza right now.
In tow means literally being pulled behind something, like a trailer. Figuratively, it indicates someone or something is accompanying you, often unwillingly.
That reminds me of my cousin, always in tow during family road trips, complaining about the music.
Hands in the till refers to theft, literally putting your hands in a cash register. It became popular in the 1930s, during the rise of organized shoplifting.
And hanky-panky? That's a cheeky way to talk about illicit romance or shady dealings, right?
Exactly, Alex. The term originated from an old British slang for secret sexual activity, later broadened to any underhanded behavior.
What's artsy-fartsy? It sounds like a playful jab at pretentious creativity.
It's a tongue-in-cheek term from the 1960s, used to mock overly avant-garde art. Think of someone insisting that a painted banana is deep.
Got it. Getting a head start is straightforward. Being ahead from the beginning, like lining up before a race.
And Elvis has left the building. Originally an announcement after Elvis Presley's concerts, indicating he departed the venue. Now, it signals the end of an event or someone's exit.
So, when a speaker says, and that's all for today, Elvis has left the building, we know the show's over.
Bite the dust is a vivid way to say something has died or failed. It comes from military slang in World War II, where soldiers who fell were said to bite the dust.
And peaks and troughs describe highs and lows, commonly used in finance, oceanography, and even mood charts.
Here's where it gets fascinating. Come to grief means to fail disastrously, often after a period of optimism. The phrase appears in 17th century literature, meaning to meet an unfortunate end.
At fever pitch. Now that's an intense phrase. It describes a situation reaching its most extreme point, like a crowd's excitement during a championship.
And at a rate of knots, nautical speed. 1 knot equals 1 nautical mile per hour, roughly 1.15 miles per hour. It's used metaphorically to convey rapid progress.
A shrinking violet, someone extremely shy or timid. The term dates back to the 19th century, contrasting the delicate flower's tendency to stay close to the ground. Vote with your feet
Is a powerful metaphor for expressing dissent by leaving. It emerged during the civil rights era, when people would walk out of segregated establishments.
Think on your feet. Quick, improvised thinking. It's a skill we all wish we had during surprise quizzes.
Finally, she took the sting out of it, means to remove the pain or harshness from a situation. The phrase likely evolved from literal insect stings, where removing the stinger eases the hurt.
And that's just the beginning of how language shapes our perception, Sarah.
We've traveled from roughshod horses to shrinking violets, uncovering the stories behind each expression.
Remember, the next time you hear someone say they're itching for a new adventure, you'll know the centuries-old roots behind that feeling.
And if you ever need to ask for justification, just remember to say, on what grounds?
We hope these insights help you sprinkle a bit of linguistic flair into everyday conversation.
Stay curious, keep listening, and next week we'll dive into the world of culinary idioms.
Thanks for joining us on this idiom adventure. Until then, keep the conversation rolling.